So I'm gonna talk about my past today again and how I could have been better in a better position right now if I just didn't chase pleasure when I was younger, like 5 years ago, when I was an 11-year-old. I was even 2 3 years ago, I was still chasing pleasure. I was craving pleasure. I didn't even find the need to study or do work or build any real world skill. I didn't want or find the need to do any of that. I didn't even know what purpose meant. I didn't even know what I would do in life. I wasn't proactive. I wasn't having a goal. I wasn't having an end in mind. I wasn't I wasn't managing my time well. I was very lazy. Basically, I didn't even have tasks in the first place. Like I didn't even have a schedule. Like I remember on one day I made a schedule with my father, a makeshift schedule basically, and I made it on this paper and I hung it up on the wall and for me to see every day. And it was like 8 to 9 a.m. I would do this, 9 to 10 a.m. I would do this, like that. It went like that. And that day I hung it up on the wall, and the next day I forgot about it. That's basically what it happened. Like I kept seeing it every week, like every once in a week or every once in a month. I would look at it and think about how I'm supposed to follow this schedule. But I just didn't care much about it. I didn't care much about being disciplined and didn't care much about being diligent enough and having a growth mindset on all that. So that really affected me, and I thus wasted a lot of time by not building any real world skills and not studying either in the first place and not doing anything productive or not even learning anything good, like not learning anything valuable, just chasing short term pleasure. I realized I had this reflection in my mind today, like if you can get punched in the face with the failure of procrastination, the failure of rejection by girls or whatever, and the failure to control your addiction, if you can get punched with the failures and deal how to protect yourself against those punches right now, in the future, in 5 years you will be able to do the same but better. And the people who haven't been prepared right now to block themselves from the punches or from these addictions and time wasting activities, and they didn't learn how to manage themselves, they will get punched in the face and they will not be able to recover at all, because let me tell you, the world is gonna become more and more harder. We are already seeing inflation rise, and the world is getting more and more expensive. It's getting it's becoming harder to even buy normal food and good food and good life. It's becoming harder to live a healthy lifestyle these days. So it's only gonna get harder, and if you're not gonna start today, uh, if you're not even gonna start small, it's all you have to do. Like you don't have to start big. That's what I would tell my younger self. When I was 11, 12, 13 years old, that's what I would tell my younger self. Just start small. Just watch some educational videos by some YouTuber, preferably Hamza or Andrew Tate, some masculine self-improvement guy, a self-improvement YouTuber, some person to guide you. That's what I tell my younger self, because at least then, even though I may not put in the action, at least I will get brainwashed and manipulated into thinking in the good ways. Because in reality, there's two types of manipulation. I think there's good manipulation and there's bad manipulation in the world, and good manipulation leads to good outcomes, whereas bad manipulation leads to bad outcomes. Like for example, when a friend at school manipulates you into getting something selfish for themselves, that's bad manipulation, because they're using you for themselves, and essentially they're abusing you, right? And but good manipulation is like, uh, they'll use good communication skills to essentially give their views and perspectives to you, and they'll give their knowledge to you in a manipulative way, so that you understand what they're saying, and you improve your life for the better with that manipulation. Because everything in the world, everything you do every day, everything you see every day, everything you listen every day, everything is just manipulation, right? Like, we cannot be not programmed. We have to have a program. That's how we work as human beings, and that's how every life organism works in this on this earth. So I went on a bit of tangent, I know, but the point is, you need to manipulate yourself in a good way, so that you can protect yourself from getting critically punched in the face, not being able to recover. Because those days are gonna come where you will be in a very bad situation, and you will not be able to do much about it. We are living in good times, and we have to do most, and we have to make the most of it these times, because these good times are not gonna last. I think by 2030, by 2029, by that time, we will lose these good times, and we will enter into the bad times, where opportunities disappear. And even if they do come, it's probably only the most proactive, hardworking, and intelligent people that can take those opportunities by hand. And if you want to be the one that thrives in this world, if you want to be the one that lives to tell your story to your future generations, then you gotta put in the work now, or at least just learn about stuff, learn about these things, learn to get motivated to be hardworking and disciplined. So that's why I tell my younger self to not waste time on chasing pleasure, is what I tell my younger self. From 11, 12, 13 years old, I was watching anime, I was playing a lot of video games. I wasn't watching a lot of porn, but I was doing a lot of time wasting activities with especially video games. Like, I used to play this game called Zuba, and it sucked my life out of me. And yeah, essentially video games are like torture chambers. Any addiction really is like a torture chamber. And the fortunate good thing is that you don't deserve it, man. You you don't deserve the torture in that torture chamber. You don't deserve such unhappiness and guilt and despair and all that negativity. You don't deserve it. You don't deserve that stuff. You gotta realize that, man. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.